performing and singing different songs and doing the whole music thing?
The music thing started, I want to say, well, according to my parents, it's been since I was like 3. I've been singing, but they say before I could talk. I knew that I wanted to sing, and I discovered songwriting when I was about 15. And then I think I put up my first YouTube video around 16. So since then is when, and the guitar kind of came in around that time as well.
All right, fantastic. Of course, you're working on an album. We can't really tell you the exact release date, but it should be sometime this year, right?
Yeah, definitely. 2015, I can at least tell you that.
So
that doesn't really give you that much.
Yeah.
But
By Christmas time, we'll have it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's Christmas.
I can't say.
Okay. All right, so of course, if you guys don't know, Tori Kelly is a iHeartRadio On the Verge artist, which is really big because On the Verge has broke such artists like Clean Bandit, Tove Lo, and someone else you might know of, Sam Smith.
Right?
Who's that?
He's cool.
Yeah. And you actually hung out with Sam Smith and Ed Sheeran a couple weeks ago, right? You took a selfie with them.
Oh yeah, I did at Sam's show in Manchester. Ed just so happened to have a day off there because he was on tour as well. I was like, I have to get a selfie that's like the most epic selfie ever. The two of them together, hilarious.
So like going now into the whole music thing, is it kind of like, I mean, how did you actually get that? How did you make those connections to be like, hey, Sam, Ed, let's take a picture? I mean, is that something that the record label had to work out, or do you already have like a secret pool of famous people?
Secret pool of famous people. I haven't heard that before. I don't know how stuff like that happens. I think it's just you meet people through other people, and I think just by putting music out, really, just kind of get in touch with other people that you're a fan of. So yeah.
All right, cool. And then this Saturday on Z100. You're going to be on Saturday Night Online. Starts at 7 o'clock here on Z100. So make sure you guys listen to that for Tori Kelly. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions at all? Yeah. We have a microphone, so make sure you speak into the microphone.
Like, yeah.
I know a lot of people actually. I'll ask this question first off. Some people were already wondering earlier before you got in here. What kind of hair product do you use?
Ask another question. Ask another question.
Some people might not know. Some people might know. Oh, it was a joke?
It was a joke. It was a joke on all these people.
I would love to lie and say that I just wake up and it's like
I
this,
woke up like this.
I woke up like this. But I don't wake up like this.
But you're flawless. But you're flawless.
That's a joke question, or you really want me to answer?
You can answer it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's like, well, I have to know. Okay, so I use a bunch of things. There's a Garnier product. It's like called Surf Hair, and it's yellow. That's all I know. I know it has a yellow cap. And then there's a product called Not Your Mother's. That's cool. Yeah, the purple one. Nice. Yeah, and then another one called Wee Dad. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I switch it up though all the time. So the real secret weapon is the diffuser. Do you know what the diffuser is?
It's not the yellow one.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know what it is. It comes with blow dryer, really. Yeah. So you learn new things.
First question up.
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
I'm here. I don't know if I'm supposed to say my name.
Yeah, you can totally say
I have a question.
Cool.
So my favorite song by you is Worth It, which like you've never, I don't think, produced yet or anything, but you sang it on like YouTube and stuff. And so I remember like back when you sang it, I think it was something to do with Ryan Seacrest. It was some, I don't remember. But you had like said a little bit before, it was like kind of your anthem and kind of like something that helped you like get through some things like that comes with fame and stuff. Yeah. And so like I wanted to like, I know you're not like, you're striving right now and you're like getting bigger and bigger, but like is it worth it at the end? Because you say a lot of things in that song that's really cool, and like how does that like play out now?
Dang, deep thought.
Come on, where you at?
I know. For real. Yeah. So wait, what exactly are you asking? If it's if I'm there now, like
Yeah,
if it is worth it,
Yeah,
basically.
like getting through all like the difficult things and like the fun and cool things too. Like, was it worth it?
That's a really good question. I would say at this point, yes, definitely worth it. Even for just situations like this is the payoff. And yeah, getting to see you guys. For real. And I think a song like that though, I feel like I'm constantly like revamping that song, kind of rewriting it, and it like transforms into other songs. Just like that specific message of not giving up, and it's kind of cliche, but for me, it's like I constantly have to remind myself that it is gonna be all worth it in the end. So I don't think there's ever a point, at least for me, that I like reach the end. Like I kind of always want to be striving for like that next thing and like learning about myself and growing. So I don't think I hope there's never going to be a point where I can just like sit back and be like, cool, I did it. Like, I don't feel like that's what it's all about, you know. Like I wanna always be hungry for it, and I think that's where the passion for just loving music comes in too. Really good question.
Amen.
Amen. Let's do another question here. You got a question?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, right here.
Yes. Oh.
Oh my god.
When you make like collaborations with like Todd Call or Jeremy Passion, like how do you guys how does that happen? Do you guys just like call each other and be like, hey, come over?
That's pretty much how it happens, yeah. Or a text or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind
that
of.
was a bad question.
No, it wasn't. That's a good question. Kind of. Never a bad question. Never bad questions. It's kind of like what we were talking about before. How you just kind of meet people through music, and I think it's like, oh, I'm a fan of your work. I'm a fan of your work, and then you just kind of like tweet each other or something, and then it becomes a collab. Yeah. Good question. And your hair is sick. I'm serious.
You guys heard that?
Tattooed. One more question.
I asked. Oh, dang.
Which
Left side. Your hair is blocking his way, Tori. Come on. You can't even see us over
For
here.
those who want to be like sing and stuff and go farther with like their music career, how do you think they should go about doing that?
There's a few different ways. I like social media. Like for me in my career, that has helped me a lot because that was kind of my way of sharing my music. So I always kind of tell people like, make sure you post stuff. Like whether it's I know some people post on YouTube, and then, you know, some of my friends, Us the Duo, I don't know if you guys know them, but they kind of made the transition over to Vine. And it's kind of just like seeing what works for you. I don't think there's a set way to do it. And yeah, I think it's about like figuring out who you want to be as an artist and as a singer, and being patient with yourself too, because I mean I'm still figuring out like who I am. I don't think you have to like have it all figured out all the time, even though we make it seem like everybody has to. But yeah, just knowing who you are, and just trusting in that. And songwriting too is big. Like I always say, like, learn how to songwrite for sure, because that's a really good way to like even figure out yourself and what you like and what you want to write about and what you want to say and stuff. Long answer, sorry.
So now we can't even talk about your album, of course, coming out this year, which comes out in August, right?
Oh, trickery! Trickery!
Is there any,
No comment.
can you mention any artists that you are doing songs with at all that haven't been released yet?
There's a few collabs that are in the works, but I think it's kind of out there that I have a song with Ed Sheeran, which I'm excited about. So we'll see what happens with that song. But yeah, stay tuned.
All right, fantastic. Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.